I'll go for D, London.
Computer G, D, Lockyer. Jamal Malik. You're absolutely right!
The critically acclaimed film is Slumdog Millionaire, nominated for 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director. Already won Golden Globes for Best Picture, Director, Screenplay, and Score. We now welcome on this preview of the Oscars its stars and director. The stars are Dev Patel, he plays Jamal, Frida Pinto, who plays Latika, and Danny Boyle, the director of Slumdog Millionaire. Dev, how'd you get this part?
Danny Boyle's daughter, in fact, saw me in a teen drama I do in London called Skins, and he was having trouble casting my role elsewhere, and she sort of asked her dad to give me a go, and that's how I got into the audition process.
I'm going to guess you're a Londoner.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, I am.
I have that instinct. Frida, how did you get to be Latika?
It was an open casting call. Loveleen Tandon, the casting director of the film, found me in Bombay. She put me on tape, sent the tape to London, and I had 6 months of rigorous auditioning before I got the part, but it was fun. So after 6 months, I got the part.
Were you an actress in India?
No, no. This is my first film ever.
What were you doing?
I was modeling for 2.5 years, and I was a presenter on a travel show that traveled all over Southeast Asia. And towards the end of that travel show, I got the film audition.
In Bombay, that's the city where that terrible thing occurred, right?
Yes, and that's the city I come from.
Were you there?
No, actually, I was on my way back. I was in LA, and I was on my way back to Bombay, so I reached on the second day of the terror attacks.
Danny, how did this project come to you?
Well, they sent it me, and they said it's a film about who wants to be a millionaire. And I thought, oh dear, I don't want to do that. But they didn't even mention it was set in India. And of course it changes everything because it's the biggest, the prize there is the biggest prize in the world, anywhere in the world, of this version of the show. And it's set in this extraordinary city, Mumbai, as was Bombay.
Did you like the story right away?
Enormously. The idea of this guy, this underdog, who comes from the slums, who comes from nowhere and has nothing, and he pits himself against the glitz and glamour of television. And actually gets there, gets to the final the big money. And you find out, of course, that's not the reason he's on the show. He has a different agenda for being on the show, which is to do with his heart and to do with this young lady.
And how did you see your role?
Sorry?
How did you see your part?
Oh, well, I come from Mumbai, so when Loveleen Tandon gave me the script, and she said it's about this Bombay girl, I instantly jumped in, like, I have to read the script now. And I think after the first 2 months of auditioning, I was given the script because first I had just the sides. And when I read it, I just completely fell in love with it because I come from Mumbai. So everything that I read in it, I could relate to. The VT station, or whether it was just the little kids selling toys and fruits in the train, the local trains, I could just relate to so many things that were written in the script. I just found it was authentic.
Frankly, Danny, are you surprised at what's happened to this movie?
It's astonishing, really, absolutely. Nothing prepares you for India, and nothing prepares you for anything you do in India. It's just extraordinary what's happened around the world, and there's a storm in India in the film. It's like the third most successful film ever released there, Western film ever released there. But then there's people protesting about the use of the word slumdog, and it's just extraordinary. Nothing's done by half there. They call Mumbai the maximum city, and everything you do feels like that.
Are you surprised at its success?
Enormously. I mean, it's just extraordinary the way people have embraced it, particularly in America, where it's been playing now for nearly 12 weeks. And I think it's the underdog, you know, you're rooting for the guy who comes out of nowhere with nothing, and he just has this dream, and he'll get there, you know, through his determination and his heart and hope, he'll get there, you know.
And there's someone to hate in the host. All television hosts.
Television hosts, yes.
We commiserate with that rat. What are you going to do next, Zev?
I haven't a clue. This press has really taken us on an amazing journey, and I guess I'm just trying to grab each moment and really just enjoy it and embrace it and not think too far forward. I've got to read some script.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, once I get time. Anywhere, really, wherever it takes me.
Are you now an actress, Frida?
Yes, I am.
Have you been seeing stuff?
Well, I have an agent who's handling everything for me, and like Dev said, I just want to enjoy everything because life's unpredictable. Who knows if this is ever going to happen to me again? So I'm just trying to enjoy everything.
The two of you had wonderful chemistry. And you can't invent that, right, Dan? I mean, that happened.
You can't. No, that's a wonderful thing, actually, putting them together. And trusting the young, really, which is... Because they're both very young to take on this movie. And you got to trust the young, you know, sometimes.
Yeah.
And
in fact, you're older, right?
Yes, I am.
How old are you, Dave?
18.
I know. Listen, I know.
And you're how old?
I'm 24.
You, I won't ask. I wish you the best of luck. You got a hell of a shot here.
Thanks very much, Larry.
The Golden Globes were fantastic. The picture is Slumdog Millionaire, Dev Patel, Frida Pinto, and Danny Boyle. That's maybe the best film story in years.